It's been a long day following a long week. I hope you don't mind if, while I make this video, I enjoy some mashed potatoes for dinner. Of course, I'm just kidding about the mashed potatoes. Thanks to the wonders of editing, I can take out the part where I sit and eat the mashed potatoes in front of the camera. In fact, thanks to the wonders of the stop and start button on the video camera, I didn't even record me sitting and eating the mashed potatoes. So, there's that. As I said at the beginning, it has been a busy week, and what word do I want? Kind of a surprising week, and we'll get to all of that. Every video that I make, when I start making the video, there is technically one theme that I want to talk about. And this one, there is that as well, but I don't know if that one theme will fill 15 minutes. So let's start with just kind of an update about the past week in general. I have said before, and I don't remember in which episode, that I need to work on a promotional video, and not in the sense of a trailer for the film, but a trailer, a video that brings this project to the attention of people I want to be in it or help with it in some way. And so in order to more effectively recruit men to be interviewed for it, and that would be both kinds of interviews, the man on the street type interviews, of which I have about 6 now, and the professional interviews with professional trainers, professional nutritionists, professional experts in the field. I want a video that'll just kind of bring attention to the film to all of those people. And then what I can do is at the beginning or the end of that, like a template. There's a main block that everybody can watch, and at the end it fades out and I fade back in with a specialized message for an individual or a certain group of people. And I really feel like I'm in sort of an I can't win situation right now with that, in large part because of my need to earn a living. Nobody's paying me to make my first movie here. It's a challenge. I have to go out and work. We have a lot of bills to pay. We're behind on some. That's just an honest moment there. And so going out and earning the amount that I've scheduled to earn each week, having done the budget and say, this is what I've got to earn. Between my part-time job at the local pizza parlor and then filling in the remainder of that with DoorDash, it makes for a long week with very little time to work on the video, especially if you also include family life. I don't want to just neglect them all. Gym time. Gym time has actually been very minimal. We're in April 14th, and I've gone to the gym once. That does not bode well. So I'm really going to work this week on just pushing aside everything that doesn't need me. And I will even petition my wife and kids to just have some patience. Dad will be back as soon as possible, and see if I can finally hammer out this recruiter video. That's the word I want, a recruiter video. I actually made some progress on it earlier today. And so, I don't know when you're watching this, today being April 14th, 2025. I went through, I've spent 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there over the past however many days. I don't even know anymore. Getting the footage lined up, taking the interview and color timing the whole block so that I don't have to color time separate shots, getting the volume to a reasonable balance. And then today I was able to go through and say, I want that soundbite, I want that soundbite, and I want that one. And I put them in a larger timeline in the editing suite. And next, I will be recording my on-screen and off-screen narration. I'm looking at the video right after I shave. I forgot that I got to get this off. I want to look sharp. I can't believe I just flashed you the "I love you" or gang sign. I don't know. I want to look sharp for the presentation. Because I will be on camera saying, "Hey, this is the project. This is why I'm making the project, and here's how you can get involved." Okay. So yes, as of Monday the 14th, I have selected sound bites from the interviews that I already have, and they are lined up, ready to go. I did write weeks ago. I wrote the script that I want. Do I have that file up right now? Yeah. I don't have a date on when I first created it, but I have the script for me, and then I have their sound bites. So then it'll just be a matter of putting it together, put in some graphics, other shots, whatever it takes to make it interesting, make it so that the people watching it will at least watch to the end. Even if I can't actually talk them into being interviewed, if I can get them to watch to the end and think about it, great. If we can get that far, that's a victory. So that's ready to go. I may even do that tonight after I'm done doing creating this video, depending on how late it gets and how tired I am. But because I want to get that going. I really want to get that going because spring is coming fast. I follow certain groups, certain people on Instagram. I am aware that the men who are really into fitness, like the bodybuilders, competitive bodybuilders, are all gearing up for looking their best. We're coming up to the time of year where it would be prime time to interview them. And so I want to get this ready. I really want to get the bulk of the interviews. I think I've said this on camera before. I'd love to have a rough cut by the end of this year. A what did I call it? A professional rough? A finished rough? I don't know. Principal photography done. No more interviews. We're set with that, and it's just a matter of putting together the parts and pieces. So, yeah, mid-April. It's warming up. And you know, again, this is not a film about bodybuilders and a specific look. It's not about sexy muscle. It's about getting fit. And for some people, that won't really involve a change in how they look. There are men out there who aren't concerned about the confidence to whip off their shirt at the beach and have everybody go, "Whoa." In a good way. You know, people go, "Whoa," when I do that in a way that I'm not always proud of. But nevertheless, I do want some of those guys in this because it's a film to motivate everyone to move forward. And if encouraging you to look your best is part of that motivation, then let's get that in there. So yeah, time is running out if I really want this thing to feel accomplished, not necessarily done, but accomplished in 2025. I've got to get the recruiter out. I've got to get their attention. I've got to secure as many interviews as I can. As soon as my tax refund gets here, I'll use some of that money as film funding to go driving and get some interviews outside of my hometown right here in Redmond, outside of the Central Oregon area. Okay. That's really all that happened in terms of the film this week, was just the little tiny steps that I took to advance that. The second half of this video is really kind of, to me, what it's about. Way back in 2008, I weighed my heaviest at 280. I got brave and I joined. At the time, it was called Body Space. It was sort of like it was a social network. It was a Facebook for fitness people, hosted by the website bodybuilding.com. And sometime between 2008 and 2011, a gentleman from Wales who was a member of that site, very out of shape like me. And I don't think I'm criticizing him to say that. We were both out of shape, but he saw my growing photo gallery. He saw my efforts, meager as they were for the first couple years, and he just kind of took to being my online acquaintance. He became a regular. He was there cheering me on. He was posting comments under the photos, So we exchanged emails. We stayed in touch that way. When I started Instagram, which I don't remember when I started an Instagram account, but it's been 6, 7 years. It was several years after Body Space that I started an Instagram. I told him about it. He started following me there. We've had basically a pen pal relationship. It hasn't involved postal letters, so it's not really pens, but we've had a pen pal relationship for 15 years, I'd say. 14 to 15. 14 definitely, maybe 15. He has regularly sent financial incentive. He's kind of made little challenges out of it. If I can do so many push-ups a day for so many days, or lose this many pounds by that date, he'll throw in an extra 20 pounds, translated to whatever that is in dollars at the time. So he's been there pushing and encouraging and cheering, and he's been the longest fan, longest supporter, definitely the most consistent one. I've had, how do I say this? I've had fans. Well, I've told you about Daniel Bronovitsky. Since meeting him, he was kind of a daily supporter. We'd have conversations daily. That's kind of slowed down a little bit. But Harry was the longest, just over time. In March, I sent him an email, and he's single. I'm not going to tell you anything that you can't find online about him, actually, if you go searching. He's single, and he has a degree of autism. And in 2021 or 2022, he lost his last living antecedents, his grandparents. His parents were already off the scene, and I don't remember why. I don't remember details, and it's not mine to tell you anyway. I don't even remember if it was a question of their being deceased or just out of the picture for some reason. It's all a blank. Anyway, he was basically living alone because of his autistic condition. I guess in Britain, in his area, he was not able to get standard employment, so he was living on the British welfare system. But what that meant was that he spent a lot of time in front of his computer, so that any day that I sent him an email, I would get one back within 24 hours. And this past March, I sent him an email, and after 3 days, I had not heard. I did a Google search and did discover an obituary. Turns out December 21st of 2024, just this past year, he did die of, I believe, a cancer, pancreatic cancer. He had messaged me, he had sent me an email in November, or maybe early December, saying he was experiencing some pain and would be going into his physician to get that checked on. And that was the last I heard. So when I didn't get a Christmas card, he always sends a Christmas card. When I didn't get one, I thought, well, he's dealing with other things. It's a Christmas card. I'm not going to hound him and say, "Where's my card?" And I think I may have even sent just casual emails in January and February that didn't expect a reply. The one I sent in March, I was pretty sure he'd reply to, and then he didn't, and that's what led to me checking. So yeah, I was able to get some information. I won't spend time talking about how. He did die at home in his bed, peacefully, so to speak. I mean, the pain of cancer and such, but still peacefully, with a relative, an aunt, I believe, at his side. So there's that. He did take an interest in the film project, and as of right now, I think he's the third largest contributor. So his death does not change the fact that his name will be in the credits under special thanks. It will probably also, I will probably also include a dedicatory line somewhere in the end credits, maybe even open the film with that. I don't know, because I've had a lot of people cheering me on. I'm grateful for every one of them. Some of them cheer me, some of them scold me, say, "Brian, you aren't getting in shape fast enough," you know. But he's the one that's been there the longest and the most consistent. And so I was sorry to hear of his passing, and He will be missed, but thanks to his generosity, in part thanks to his generosity, this film is moving forward. So many thanks to Harry Hayfield of Llanrhystr, Wales. And with that, I have to go and get some things done, and I'll see you next week.